What's going on, guys? It's UrAvgConsumer, and it's that time of year again. Time to talk about my top 5 favorite headphones, and I think this is 5.0. So first on our list, a blind man could have seen coming, is the Sony Xba-40 Bt. Now, I've talked about these headphones in so many of my videos, and that's because it's really one of my favorites. It's one of the best values you can get, especially since these are Bluetooth headphones that you can get for under $100. Now, this has an over-ear design and unfortunately isn't foldable, but it can be laid flat so it can fit into a bag or a backpack with no problem. Now, one thing that I really love about these is that even though it has some pretty large ear cups, they're one of the most comfortable you'll come across. It's really lightweight, and with those comfortable ear cushions, this is going to be perfect for long listening sessions. Now, when it comes to bass, this thing is unmatched, and it performs pretty well in other areas, but that bass is definitely the highlight of the sound. And it even has a bass boost button, which takes the bass to just ridiculous levels, and you can find these for less than $100 online, and the fact that they're Bluetooth, it just does a lot right, all in one headphone. And next up are a pair of headphones that I used to talk about a lot back in the day, and I've got some rekindled love for it, and that's the V-Moda M100s. Now, these used to be my absolute favorite of all time because they were just so versatile. In terms of sound, you're getting awesome bass, clear vocals, and it just performs really well in most genres. Now, what really sets the M100s apart from most headphones is that it's got some insane durability. This thing is built like a tank, and not only that, it also has a really compact form factor, so if you don't have a lot of space and you're traveling with these, it's not gonna eat up a lot of room. These things used to retail for about $300, but now you can find them for $200, which is an absolute steal for the quality that you're getting. V-Moda also offers a lot of customization, so you get tons of different colors and different layouts, so you can change these up to fit your style, and that's what I like about these. They're super compact, high durability, great sound, and a lot of customization. You really can't go wrong with these, and that's why they're on the list. And next up, we've got something that you probably haven't heard of before, and that's the Sennheiser HD 630 VB. Quite the name, but some really solid headphones. And like all the other headphones, these have an over-ear design, and they're a bit bulkier than the rest, I must admit, but it has some really cool features that you don't really see much. On the right ear cup, you can find volume controls and a play and pause button, but what's interesting here is that these aren't battery powered, so they're not functioning like Bluetooth. They actually work like an inline remote. So once these are plugged in, you have full control over your device, and what's awesome about this is that you can even switch to what kind of device you're using. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad that you want to plug these into, you just put the switch up, but if you have something like a Galaxy phone, you hit the switch down and you can control that as well. I just think it's really cool that there's a switch built into the headphone that allows you to control iOS or Android devices, but if you've got that iPhone 7, you need that adapter. Now, another awesome feature, and this kind of deals with the sound quality, is that you can completely control the bass. There's a bass dial on the right ear cup, and just turning that thing pumps up the bass or brings it down, so you can use this with a variety of different music. So paired with all-around good sound quality, these headphones are really versatile. You can use them with different kinds of devices, and you can switch up the sound quality that you get depending on what kind of music you're listening to. It's pretty expensive, but definitely worth it if you're really into your audio. Now, next up, we've got the Sony Hear-On wireless headphones. Now, I actually saw this at CES last year and didn't know what I was gonna think of it, but when I actually got my hands on them, man, these really surprised me. They have really great overall sound quality, some pretty decent bass for bass lovers, and overall, it just has a really nice build, nice feel to it, and it comes in a few different colors, so depending on what you like, you can pick that. Me, I love the fact that it has this teal looking color that I can use with my setup, so it works out perfectly for me. But what's also really great about these is with the wireless version, you get active noise canceling, and the active noise canceling here is on par with some of the best ones that I've tried out. So if you're looking for some premium headphones that don't stick to the standard black look, these are definitely something worth picking up, and honestly, these are my favorite all-around headphones. And there's a wired version for those of you who don't care about wireless features and want to save a couple bucks. Now, I don't do this often, but I've been testing out a lot of gaming headsets recently, and I really fell in love with the Logitech G930 Artemis Spectrum, and I happen to have a special edition here in white, which works perfectly with my setup, but what's special about these is that sound quality. This has virtual 7.1 surround sound, so if you're playing games, you get that 3D effect and you can kind of hear where people are coming from, which is a really nice feature that allows you to have an immersive experience, and they're wireless. And if you couldn't tell, I'm a fan of wireless headphones, so these work out perfectly. These have really deep ear cups and the padding is very soft, so if you want to game for a long period of time, this is going to be just fine. It's super comfortable. And what's really awesome, if you're a gamer, you gotta have some RGB lights on there. And with the software here, you can completely customize the look of these. And obviously, I did the teal thing and it looks great. You can kind of switch these up to fit whatever theme you might have with your setup, and it turns out looking really good. These are definitely one of my favorite gaming headsets, but if you guys are interested in seeing some of the ones that I've been testing out that I really like, let me know with a comment down below. But that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Links to everything will be down in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.